Hello, welcome to the Reach Digital Signage Tutorials. Today we're going to focus on uploading an Excel file into a data list. There are a couple things I just want to point out is that I don't have necessarily an Excel file on hand, so I'm definitely going to do my best to demonstrate all the necessary steps. And then also too, because it's sort of been a high demand or very popular for our clients, I did find just like a little bug, but it will be fixed by the time this tutorial is done. So one thing we just kind of need to keep in mind is that when we're dealing with sort of an Excel file, some requests that we've had with our clients is that they want to include maybe video links or links to their photos of people. We absolutely can do it. However, for this tutorial, it's strictly going to be just straight text in an Excel file. If you're looking to sort of have something where it's linked like that, a lot of times we use sort of a box integration or we've used sort of the schedule application. There are other ways to pull that information in. The data list or what I'm going to show you today might not be sort of the right fit. So there's kind of a couple steps when it comes to this. The first obviously is having the Excel file built. So I do have one sort of in my email here that's kind of established. The second part is we have to create a data list that mirrors exactly what the Excel file looks like. And then thirdly is sort of creating the integration. So what I'm saying here is here's this Excel file. So in this tutorial, we are going to create sort of a directory. Now we have 4 columns. It says name, department, email, and phone number. When you and I sort of create this data list, where things sometimes get broken is a good scenario right here is it says e-mail. When I create my data list, if I don't include that dash, the integration will break. Sometimes people will have phone number, but then when they go to create the data list, they'll put phone numbers with an S. If you have your titles, I'm going to kind of establish this as titles or maybe headers. If you have it capitalized in the Excel file, then again, you need to have it capitalized in the data list. They really need to sort of mirror each other. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with step 1. So here's sort of what we're going to do. We're going to have one that says name, department, email, and phone number. I'm going to go to new data list and I'll just do upload directory as my name. All right, so column name. What's the first one? It's going to be name, and like I said, we need to mirror it, and that is in caps. So I'm going to have my caps on. I'm going to do name. Now width is not important for this. I just need to establish something. So again, I'm just going to put some random number in. And then type is going to be text, right? Because this is all text information. I'm going to hit add column. What is my second column? It's department, no S, all capitalized. So department. Again, no distinguish on the width. I'm just sort of kind of randomly putting some numbers in. And I'm going to do text. I'm going to hit add column. All right, our last 2 is email and phone number. And again, I want to make sure I establish this dash because I want this to mirror. So I'm going to do email. Again, no distinct number here or width, text, add column, and then phone number. And phone number was 2 words, so just kind of remember that. No S. Oops, and I'll just do 10. No distinguished way there, and I'm going to hit add column. All right, so I'll hit create list here. All right, so let's just kind of make sure that everything is how it is. So I'm just going to double click in here, just kind of double check. I got name, I have department, email, and phone number. Perfect. So really the last thing, and it's kind of something that people always forget, is that when you're dealing with sort of an upload like this with an Excel file, you need to tell the system that what column is always going to be unique. So if we're going to refer to the Excel file here, what that means is that you can't have something that's going to be duplicated. So if I refer to the department here, potentially I could have a couple people that are in the marketing department, right? And I could have a couple people that are in operations. So that's probably not going to be a good column to call. The terminology we use is identified. You have to identify that there is a column that's always going to be unique. There's never going to be a double. Okay, so we have a couple options here. Email is a great one because everyone's always going to have a unique email. Phone number could be one, or even, first and last name. I'm going to tackle email only because I know for sure that the email is always going to be different. So what I'm referring to is that we've created the data list, but in the edit columns, this is the part I was talking about, there should be a little checkbox here. But what I would do is I would go to email and I would check this. And then I would hit update column. And so what I'm saying, again, just kind of refer back to what I'm saying here is I'm telling the system, hey, I've got this Excel file, and every time I upload it, I'm always going to have a column that's unique. I'm never going to have any duplicate information. So that's very important just to kind of remember there. All right. So when I go back, the second part now is we need to create that integration. So I've created the data list. Now I need to create the integration. So I'm going to come over to the settings icon and hit that. And then it's going to say create integration. Okay, name required. So it can be the same thing. You know, I can just do directory. Got my cap still on. Data list type, again, I'm going to choose an Excel file, but we do have some other application or other, I guess, type of ways. And I am going to do just upload. Now, again, we can do through some API, we can do some vendor pull or URL, but for this particular tutorial, we're just going to tackle the upload. Now, one thing is I'll point out is that this should be, or I'm sorry, this part should say true. Why should it say true? It should say true because just what we were talking about, in that edit column, when I hit the check mark for identity, that's saying that this particular column should always be unique. Now, again, because I found that little glitch, I was unable to do that, so this should say true, though. All right, so I'm going to hit create. All right, and I get a nice little notification saying, hey, yep, you've created successfully. I'm going to select on this. Now, really, the next steps here would be to choose file and just upload it directly. And then you'd hit submit, and all your information would be established. Now, what I can do is I do have one that I can kind of show you that's been done. So here it is, established names or columns. And then what's nice is you get a little job history. So if one does fail, you can sort of troubleshoot maybe why it wasn't working right. Otherwise, you do get like sort of a status of when it is completed. And then again, here's sort of the information that's been established in. It will populate just like this. So it looks like somebody manually entered it in, but the nice thing is it actually came from an Excel file. So if you have any questions, feel free to call or email us. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.